Why would Iran want the atomic bomb? Imagine this. You're surrounded by rivals. Your neighbors are aligned with the world's most powerful armies, and you've seen leaders like Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi fall because they lacked nuclear weapons. Wouldn't you consider it? In today's episode of Because Why Not, we're stepping into Iran's shoes to explore the provocative question, why should Iran have the atomic bomb? Let's dive in. Argument 1. Deterrence and regional stability. Iran is not an Arab country. While it is an Islamic republic, its population is predominantly Shiite, setting it apart from most of its Sunni-dominated neighbors. Geographically, Iran is located in Southwest Asia, bordered by the Persian Gulf to the south, Iraq and Turkey to the west, Afghanistan and Pakistan to the east, and the Caspian Sea to the north. With an area of 1.6 million square kilometers, or approximately 636,000 square miles, Iran is almost 3 times the size of France, or equivalent to the size of Alaska, the largest US state. Historically, Iran and Sunni majority countries like Saudi Arabia, the UAE and Bahrain have been locked in a rivalry for influence in the Middle East. These countries, along with Iran's other neighbors, Pakistan, Iraq and Afghanistan, are closely aligned with Western powers, particularly the United States. Iran argues that possessing nuclear weapons would act as a deterrent against both external invasions and regional adversaries. Just as North Korea has used its nuclear arsenal to prevent regime change, Iran sees the bomb as an ultimate insurance policy. From Tehran's perspective, the bomb could create a balance of power in a region where they feel isolated. Paradoxically, they argue this could lead to greater regional stability by discouraging direct conflicts. Argument 2. Fairness and hypocrisy. Let's turn to the global stage. The Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, or NPT, officially recognizes 5 nuclear-armed states: the United States, Russia, China, the United Kingdom, and France. But other nations like India, Pakistan, and Israel have developed nuclear weapons outside the treaty, creating what Iran views as a double standard. Here is a timeline to illustrate the point. The United States developed its first nuclear bomb in 1945, followed by the Soviet Union in 1949. The United Kingdom joined in 1952, France in 1960, and China in 1964. Israel is widely believed to have developed nuclear weapons in the late 1960s. India conducted its first nuclear test in 1974, followed by Pakistan in 1998. North Korea joined the nuclear club with its first successful test in 2006. Meanwhile, Iran, despite facing decades of regional instability, has been denied similar capabilities. For Iran, this isn't just hypocrisy, it's a question of survival in an unequal global system. Iran argues that denying them the bomb while others keep theirs reinforces an unequal global order. If nuclear weapons are so dangerous, why hasn't the global community pursued total disarmament? Argument 3. Independence and survival. For Iran, nuclear weapons aren't just about deterrence or fairness, they're about survival. The Iranian regime, led by the Ayatollahs, has witnessed what happens to governments that lack a strong deterrent. Let's look at 2 examples: Iraq under Saddam Hussein and Libya under Muammar Gaddafi. Saddam's regime was toppled in 2003 during the US-led invasion of Iraq. At the time, Iraq did not possess nuclear weapons, and its conventional military power was no match for Western forces. Similarly, in Libya, Gaddafi agreed to dismantle his nuclear program in 2003, hoping for better relations with the West. Less than a decade later, in 2011, NATO-backed forces overthrew his regime. Iran's leaders have taken these lessons to heart. They believe that without nuclear weapons, their government is vulnerable to external intervention and regime change. Conclusion. Of course, there are valid counter-arguments to a nuclear Iran, but this isn't the video for that discussion. In our next episode, we will explore the other side of the coin and examine why so many nations oppose Iran's nuclear ambitions. For now, the question remains: can Iran's desire for nuclear weapons be seen as rational, given its regional isolation, global inequalities, and survival concerns? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Understanding controversial perspectives doesn't mean agreeing with them. It's about stepping into another's shoes and seeing the world through their eyes. That's the goal of Because Why Not? To provoke thought, challenge assumptions, and spark dialogue. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next thought-provoking topic. Merci et à bientôt.